Hi, I am Marek Rabas. I am from the Madfinger games. I am CEO and programmer, and we will talk about the Trigger 2 and Nvidia.
And can you talk about how you've worked with Nvidia with your game?
We work very closely with them and try to optimize the game for the Tegra 4.
What have they provided in terms of tech that has helped with the development of the game?
They help us to debug and optimize the game, so they run it and say what is bad on the shaders and how we can optimize and what we can use, and that's all.
And how does your game make use of the latest Tegra technology?
So mainly we are happy that it's really fast, so we can use the more complicated shaders and post-processing and a lot of more polygons. So this is what we are using, mainly the rough power of the GPU and CPU.
And how does this impact the gameplay experience across the platforms you're targeting?
I hope it will not impact gameplay, anyway, because it's more about the visual looks, and we don't want to have different gameplay on the different platforms. So let's hope.
And what are the challenges for developing for Android devices today?
It's always same. It's about the fragmentation. It's not a problem to create game, but make it run and on the different devices, or as many as possible devices. So you have to spend a lot of time with the bug fixing, and that's all. That's the big issue with the Android.
And how does Nvidia help with that at all?
So Nvidia help us because the Tegra and because a lot of devices using Tegra GPU and CPU, so there is less problems.
And what are your thoughts on what can be done with tablet gaming today?
You can do, I think, almost everything. You can create almost the really good console-like games, but the issue is with the budget, because on the mobile space you cannot spend a lot of money on the title, because the games are for free or just for $1. So you cannot spend the 10 millions or 20 millions of dollars. So.
And what are your thoughts on the Tegra 4 technology and how it's more advanced than Tegra 3?
It's definitely a lot faster, which is always helpful for us. And so Tegra 4 is definitely a lot better chip than Tegra 3. It's a lot faster, and we can use the more complicated things and visual effects and the more particles, more polygons, more the bigger textures, complicated shaders. So yep.
And what are your thoughts on Project Shield?
Project Shield, I think it's a really cool thing. It's you can play the Android games, you can stream the PC games, and it looks like gamepad. It holds really well, so I think it's a good step.
And can you talk about the gaming experience and how it utilizes tablet and smartphone functionality?
So for us, it's good that we can create games which looks almost like the console games, and you can play them on the go. You can have the short type of gameplay there, and you can still enjoy some really good-looking games on the everywhere. So you don't need to sit in the living room and.
And how does this game take advantage of Project Shield?
It's even better because you can still play these type of games and you will have gamepads. So happy.
Where do you see mobile gaming in the next 5 years?
That's a really hard question for me, because the industry is changing really fast and we are just trying to adapt to it.